She right, got me.
Hit one and be some, you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and wanna see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that wanna keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check, not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. Change name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting nothing back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant, he said I got good news and I got bad news. Okay. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay, look, sometimes you need the faith, sometimes you need to know your worth, sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but they from the bay. You can't negotiate with Drake, you gon' have to pay. But wait, jugging on the main stage, with the mainframe, loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate, protect my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. I don't wanna seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I wanna see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that, it's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe. Oh. Men gon' lie, women gon' lie. You're looking for the truth and the numbers don't hide. Looking for the root of all evil, then you need to go open up the briefcase, see with your eyes. Everybody claim to be greatest of all times, but they never spend a day in the rain in the front line. No lie. Stop playing on my phone line. Pull up in the space coupe with the roof optional. Wonder why they follow suit. I've been groomed from the womb. Came out of my mama with some running tennis shoes. Faster than the speeding bullet. Nah, it's cool, it's cool. Don't play with it, baby. Say so what you gon' do with it? Stop playing with it. If you gon' do it, then don't play with it, baby. Exactly. Cause you're not built like that.
With the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Cincinnati Bengals. Here's Randy Bullock now to put toe to leather, and we are underway from Cincinnati. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
And a Raider first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Next to receivers, they'll spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas. Henry Ruggs, 46 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. To return it, Darius Phillips. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. He's back to throw here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to have this down deep into Vegas territory. A big play there for the Bengals. 61 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Mixon trying to punch it in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Raiders' 4-yard line.
On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
The tackle made by
Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
On the play. Brings up
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Here's Mixon. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal.
Brings up 4th and goal.
So on 4th down, Burrow will give way to Randy Bullock for the Bengals field goal. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. Bullock's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the year.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
25-yard line.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
The tackle by Logan Wilson. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
And 8 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
A run on 1st down with Jacobs as he'll get this forward for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up.
At the 41.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Carr. He'll find his running back. It's Jalen Richard. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Raiders 14, Bengals 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
43-yard line.
First down. Here's Burrow. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. It was Melvin Ingram that time who shot in to bring him down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Burrow's throw going to be caught by Boyd. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On 3rd down, Burrow. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Again, he'll target Boyd, this time successful. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 27-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, that discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow going deep downfield for Ross. And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, 63 yards. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. 20, 10, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Raiders 28, Bengals 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Burrow will throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
By the Raiders.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down. Throwing again. Carr. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
1st down.
On play action. Now Carr. Flush to his right. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. He's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They've got another first down, the Raider passing game. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
At the 35-yard line.
On second down, here's Burrow. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off at the 17. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted by the Raiders. They'll take over first and 10. At their own
a good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up first and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. On the return, Phillips. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Brings up third and 3.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Panther 60.
Now it's Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jonathan Abram picks it, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. The trot, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
I think this is where you have to have the term situational football in your head, because this game is pretty much in the palm of your hand, and the one thing you can't afford to do, turn the ball over. Now you've given the patient a little bit of a heartbeat, haven't you? And now they're feeling it, and they're back in this game.
Yeah, still a little bit of a lead, but that makes things more interesting. We're still just in the third quarter here. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw, it's Carr. Reception here by Ruggs. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs, 72 yards. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
On the return, Phillips. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side, because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions. I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? you make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Burrow. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Max Crosby drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here's Cameron Johnston now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. This is fielded at the 27. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. From the gun, it's Carr. He's going to launch this thing way down. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A big play there. 44 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Raiders 49, Bengals 17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Back now in Cincinnati. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side.
Down and 2.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Have got him. Melvin Ingram picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Bengals' 22-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
To Josh Jacobs.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Shotgun now for Carr. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Complete to number 84.
From 8 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Maurice Hurst gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
On 2nd down, Burrow. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd.
Burrow looking to pass. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Melvin Ingram able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And now here is another interception. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. 2nd and 2. First down marker at the 8. Carr going to look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A very solid gain of 27. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Their own 7-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Carr going to throw here. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Today's final.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Las Vegas, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
They don't know my name.